It's mandatory for many, from corrections officers to construction workers, linemen to lifeguards.
Tonight, a Kentucky mother raising awareness about CPR training. She's concerned about a lack of trained specialists in schools. Bodie Brooks sat down with her and joins us now with more. Bodie.
Yeah, guys, Kelsey Durham is a mother of 2 children, ages 2 and 3. Her husband carries a rare form of genetic cardiomyopathy. He's had multiple heart attacks and a heart transplant. As her kids get closer to going to school, she's worried they too could develop the disease, but may not have anyone around to get them help if something were to go wrong.
I almost lost my husband. Yeah, that was the scariest moment of my life.
Kelsey Durham knows the fear of a heart attack all too well.
He lost consciousness, went into cardiac arrest, but didn't have a pulse. He was diaphoretic, sweating, blue, foaming at the mouth, and I had to do CPR.
It's a call to action when seconds matter. Now, as Kelsey starts considering school for her kids, she was surprised to find CPR training isn't required.
I think it's a simple, very simple class. It's a simple task that I think everybody should know how to do.
In Kentucky, all high school graduates must receive CPR training, but Kentucky law only requires one adult present in a school to be certified in first aid, including CPR.
I think it's really scary because one person in a school building, I don't know, I've not been in a lot of other schools, bigger schools, but even Case County where I went to high school at, our high school was, you didn't have time, you wouldn't have time.
Kelsey wants that to change. Right now, only 18 states in some form mandate CPR training for school personnel. State Senator Max Wise sponsored the 2016 bill introducing the requirement for students. It doesn't require the training be provided by a certified instructor.
The training was for local school districts to pair up with their local EMS. So we didn't want to put any burdensome mandate on school districts to have to pay for that.
Not every district stays limited to what the law requires, but even a larger district like Fayette County Schools only requires 2 CPR-trained staff per building. Local instructor Jane Lynch says the training is not intensive.
You allow 4 hours for the class, but the DVD's about 1 hour and 20 minutes view and do. So really, between 1.5 hours, 2 hours, you're in and out.
You've got to know what to do. Time is absolutely precious. That time, you do not have time to wait to try to find somebody who knows what to do.
I reached out multiple times to Kentucky Department of Education to get their perspective on this issue and did not receive a response. Kelsey says she's reached out to lawmakers who have said they are willing to take a look. For now, she's building grassroots support. If this is an issue that matters to you, reach out to your local state officials or school district. Marvin, Imani.